Today is a lucky day.
Incinerate!
Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Motion to compel! Ha!
Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
see my adorable daughter again.
Where has Master gone this time?
Just when will work resume?
snow! Yeah!
I messed up.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I shall treasure this good fortune.
You're open.
Take flight! Ha! Yeah!
Unlucky. You're open.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated. Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
My apologies. Boom!
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. I missed a spot.
Take flight. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl. Take flight. Whirling snow.
A little taste.
My apologies.
Picked the wrong subject. Finally done.
Steady as stone, as a good night should. Someone needs assistance.
Time for your arraignment. Motion to compel. Oof.
wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
What should I try? What should I try this time?
Satisfaction given.
Wow.
What should I try this time?
Oh there. Come and see these rare and precious cubes.
I can't believe the well got polluted.
Take flight!
Honey.
A blade embraces it.
Welcome to the Northland Bank. If I take the loan,
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
welcome to the Northland Bank. No. If I take the loan,
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui. You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our idea, but back to the matter at hand.
What agreement?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises.
Ah, where is that?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but the flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style. Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo.
So, where is he?
He certainly is. Come, I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner. As per the Liu.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. And we the Fatui have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the...
What?
It is an honor to meet you.
Discretion? Shadows?
Indeed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that the...
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng funeral parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much.
Because I can bring you to see
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what...
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been...
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go on a traveler. Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I...
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting...
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again. If we are agreed, come with me.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with...
So this is a day in the life of the Traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, Traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of organizing the rite of parting. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you...
Betting? No.
Noctilucous Jade, of Radiant Grade.
Radiant Grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty, but how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want... If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh?
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew...
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! Oh. Hey! If we only need 1 for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is... All Mora is currency, but not all currency.
What? Is this how... Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limit. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous Jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad. Only after the item made using Noctilucous Jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is... If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy!
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous Jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. Noctilucous Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality. I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... Well... How about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove...
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. If I'd taken off even a bit more...
But wouldn't something this thin go...
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like force...
What sort of...
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not deceive.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big... Now, let's...
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
That's the pot! It looks like the Hilichurls are still using it. It's a bit late, but we gotta cut the line!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! My apologies!
There's still soup in here! These Hilichurls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. We're ready to go! Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the...
Incinerate!
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilichurls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Keep within the law. Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would. Whirling snow! Yeah! Incinerate! Wrap up a flame!
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More hairy churls? They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Embrace the ice! My apologies! Motion to compel!
Ow! That's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Take flight!
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you.
Exactly! That's
No problem. If you have your eye on...
Then we'll take a box of the third.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious.
I suppose it wouldn't.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have all... It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had... Alas. Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used...
Are you sure? You didn't want to...
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist.
I'm sure...
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good, honest merchants.
All right.
Now that we've made our choice.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we...
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must... As I thought.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This... That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't
Well, it's settled then.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a sing...
I will... We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else.
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue chief...
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime? Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millelith soldiers have come chasing after us. Also, the...
Traditionally, we call it the exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So...
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Before the rite is conducted,
Golden House?
the only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is...
What? Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Morning, Playbees.
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already... Perhaps each has their motives. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however...
It's time for Zhongli's
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer? You can't beat the atmosphere here at the...
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Can't beat the atmosphere.
Hey, boss, do you sell...
Silk flowers?
Which kind?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Oh,
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to...
my goodness, you two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please...
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients. Silk flowers have...
Wow!
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli.
I'll take them all.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural, but this silk flower, perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the Seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the Seven in 3,700 years. Now that's settled, a question.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhong.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a...
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can...
Huh. So much folklore here of...
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I...
Our skins? You were the one...
Please, it's the...
So, now that we've got the flower...
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none...
Talk about first...
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the...
So this time, we get to go...
I will wait for you.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan! She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry you...
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a...
Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you?
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on.
Now that you mention it, yes, there is some... Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot...
Aha! The truth is out. Lan...
No, they were from medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about...
The fortune teller, right? Thanks, Lan. See you...
Hello. How may I...
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make... That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for them.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything.
Great! This is just the intel we need.
Well, hello. You found me.
What? How did...
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like...
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What? 3 in one go. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition.
As one of my favorite poems goes, "O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither."
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to... Somewhere closer to home will do.
Not yet.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to...
What did...
I meant make me proud. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant. Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
Have you fetched the water? Have a look behind...
Really got a lot going for it.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using... Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. You need to keep your writ now. Use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent... Ooh, you're a... Now take these. Don't forget to do all 3...
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into... You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please, focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of... All 3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Anyway, shall I give...
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. The second one is for those with more refined tastes. The first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a... All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood. Good. I'll leave you with one who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously. Come and...
Try something
Let's
new at
take
the
these 3
one-man restaurant.
perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
That's just plain stupid.
Hey there.
Adventurer. Think you can last a while?
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How
greedy of me.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were...
Oh, you're back. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well,
3 sets, and not one...
thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream. This is the second kind. It's got an elegance. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a... Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like. Does that mean that Rex Lap...
Perhaps Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that...
What a shame. We only got to see the giant trap. Let's hope the Qixing can catch the...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step...
Next, I would like the two of you to help me
Cleansing bell.
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her...
Sure, but aren't you...
Ah, I have certain reasons why I can...
Man, why...
This is
All things must change. It's nothing. It's nothing.
What happened to the...
Back in my day, people said the glazed lily, if they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, but if they heard too much wild gossip or...
So that means these flowers...
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Qixing made it all up. And still others, this harbor is like a... well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being an old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. He saw me gazing at it often, but he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a... Oh, these old bones are so slow.
That's right, Granny. Well, we...
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire...
How does that work?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot.
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place? Huh? I'll catch up. You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? More and more convinced that she's an adeptus. Like, don't they all live in Killian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Take flight! Yeah!
must leave no stone unturned. Yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom! Whirling snow! Yeah! 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 Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Yeah! Be gone! Leave it all to me. How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children. Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh. As to whether I am one or not, child.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. But don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened direct—
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, we haven't met in a while anyway. It Well, you must have things to do. Oh, and do tell the that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but...
We will.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't... Oh, yes, that'll... If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our...
Next.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking...
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But I will explain it to you. But our next course...
Oh, sure.
May the Lord of Geo protect you, and fortune find you.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to...
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days,
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng... We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share...
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy... Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and
Indeed.
I took the... As for the kite that...
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom in the passage of time. Justice flows across the Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No, I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his... He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he...
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able...
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind.
A most fair price.
That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too little. That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too... Let's see. Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do...
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole.
This price will do. No loss.
Think you can last a round against me?
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden...
No problem.
Done.
Oh. You're...
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off?
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten... Just what is this about? The atmosphere
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything...
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need... Now, if you'll excuse me.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
key here is consumer psychology. Thank you so very much, lady.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
So many medicines, but no cure.
Huh. The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Farm.
Huh? Did you hear that?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go?
So many medicines, but no cure for heartache.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Joke's on you. Anyway, there's something weird about it. Can't be.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now,
Something like this would be
Hello, little girl. Do you say...
excuse me, sir.
Surely no prescription is needed to...
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, my dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still...
Okay then,
How did you manage that?
but Chi-Chi helps you.
Since when do customers need to do favors for...
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue...
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng located in Qinheng Pass. It was designed to automatically fire.
Mr. Zhongli.
Apparently not quite. This is...
The cocoa goat is a legendary...
Did you want to add in?
No, just that the cocoa goat... What it looks like. Don't know. Where to find it? Don't know either. Where it came from? Also don't...
Very well then. Let's...
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
My apologies!
I shall treasure this good fortune.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this.
Hmm.